customize setting.
This is where the magic happens.
Yes, yeah, but from time to time I said this is part of the user menu, and that is exactly this.
Yeah.
If we selected in the camera menu the exposure mode, if we selected the frame rate, all things, and you said it makes no sense to have this here in the menu.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense because now you can save this under these settings.
Yep.
You have in the top of the camera on the small wheel right hand side, you have 3 user settings to do your own settings. And beside of this, you can see here box 1 to box 6.
So these are already settings I saved and named.
Yeah.
Whatever you do in the settings, as long as you are in the user settings, I think, or it doesn't matter, I think, if you're in the user setting or not, but you can always go to C and then save settings, and it will save. Yeah. For example, I will save box 5 right now, and I could type in a name. This is where the touchscreen is very useful.
Or whatever.
So I will just name it GGGGG, and that's it. So now I can set it to one of these 3 user modes, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to overwrite. Yeah, you can rename your user modes. Recall is, I think, if you want to
see what you have saved so far.
Yeah, or you can here select. You like copy a setting.
Okay.
So you can adjust it later. Yeah. Deleting.
Here we have some buttons you could use as well for customizing.
If you want to change the shutter speed with the front dial, you would use custom 2 here or custom 1. Then you would change the aperture, and the back dial would be shutter speed. So this is what you seen earlier. Is this little quick menu? You can customize it.
Here you could select the main functions you need.
Yeah. And you can customize it. So when I go back to the menu, you can say, I don't need file format because I always choose the same format. You can choose one of these settings.
But as what you said, the ratio, aspect ratio is very, very important. So you could.
So now I have it here, and I can switch between 1 by 1 or 3 by 2 if I need to. Yeah. Okay, FN button setting. That is. Yeah. We are finally at the FN button.
Function button, ISO button, drive button. There are a lot of buttons with multi-functions, and you could also put your own functions on this. So
this is where back button focusing would be activated, right? If we go to
I just checked. I put to FN function my shade reduction. Switch it on or off.
Yeah. See, so you can here enable AF. So I don't remember who asked for it, but this is how you would activate back button focusing. So now my FN button is my focusing button, but at the same time my usual regular shutter button is my focus button. But you can just turn it off. You can deactivate it somewhere. I'm not sure right now. ISO button is the left on the pad or the wheel. You can also choose another setting. Drive would be the right button. Oh, here you can what's it? Depth of field preview.
Yeah, that's very, very for me very important. But I'm using the outlines. Letaro.
I'm focus peaking.
Focus peaking, yes. And with focus peaking, I don't need a depth of field button.
Yeah. Same as shutter button.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Same focus as you have on the shutter button.
I see. Oh, for the FN button.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I want my FN button to be tracking AF, could I use my back button? Oh, see, back button is now tracking. And my regular shutter button is auto AF.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, auto area. I didn't know that this is possible.
And you could do the setting for you very, very special
this is why every GR user has a different setup, and it's always weird to use another GR user's camera if you're not used to it, because you can customize it so much. Oh, let me quickly show you.
No. First of all, please explain the four-way wheel. Yeah, fine.
Okay. No, I just found. We will do that, but shutter button setting. This is where you would use AR lock instead of AF plus AR lock to deactivate the autofocus on the regular shutter button. So now I can focus using the shutter button, but I have the back button for focusing. So you could focus on something and then take your time, and the shutter button would only be there for releasing the shutter. Okay, four-way controller, you said? Yeah.
That is the same. You could select what should be the job of this here, RF point change, priority, or direct point. You could select. But next one, let us talk about next one. And we spoke also about the cursor position.
Yeah.
And this LCD touch operation, for me, it's very, very tricky because I hate this function. But to be very, very fast and to choose the autofocus with directly on this screen is very helpful.
This is not what you're talking about. Is the touch screen for functions, for AR functions. Yeah. But I only have this on because I like to use the touch screen for previewing photos, zooming in and stuff. But I don't have touch AF on, so the touch screen does nothing when I shoot pictures. It's only for reviewing.
Oh, okay.
But I think you were talking about this.
It's very nice because you can very good scroll with the screen. That's very nice. You can like
it's very responsive.
Yeah, like on your smartphone.
And then this is what you were talking about, that you can select the AF point using the touch, your finger.
Yeah. And everybody has to see by himself. If you like to make combination between RF point and focus and shoot, because that is very, very short time for this, and it's very responsive. But I like this function.
Yeah. We have a question here from Kenneth. Is the TAV mode from Pentax the same for RICOH manual aperture and shutter speed with autofocus enabled? I think it's the same, right? The principle is just auto ISO, but you have control over shutter.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Because there used to be a TAV mode on the GR2 and 1.
Yeah, but it's auto.
Yeah, and you can always select auto ISO if you press the ISO button and FN. You can switch between manual and auto. Okay, shooting info display. Man, we have so much stuff.
Here you have to select. There are different screens.
Yeah.
And here you can choose different information which should be available there.
I'm turning everything on so you can see what it does. So you have highlights. Let me change my aspect ratio. It's driving me crazy. So, and then you have a level to level your photos. Playback info is for playback. So you can choose to show a histogram if you need it. Instant review is when you take a photo. You get if you turn this on.
Yeah. For me, this is very, very important because this gives the first information if the picture is okay. I really need this. I hate functions or I hate cameras where I couldn't check the photos.
Yeah.
And for me, it's only for 2 seconds. I have it selected to 2 seconds and then I can check the photo.
Okay. See, this is where we are different because for me, it's killing me because if I'm on the street, I need to take another photo.
But it's no problem if you press the shutter button. It's already make the next picture.
Yeah. Quick zoom is what I showed you earlier. You can always zoom by using the display button, and in the menu you can set it to a distance. I set it to 100%, so I know what the 100% crop would look like. So yeah, you can turn it off or on. Grid style, you have 2 different styles. Which one are you using?
3x3.
Okay. The other one would be you get 2 diagonal lines if you need it. Okay, so the electronic level type would be here is for tilt and horizon, or I don't know how to call it, but you can see the 2 lines. But level just gives you the option to correct this.
Exactly.
And the other one you have tilt. I think that's it. That's the end of
So there's one final one.
Yeah.
Please go back to the tool.
Okay.
To the last point.
Last point.
Yes, last point. Reset. So I think this should be our final comment. Thank you for being here with us.
See you whenever is the next stream.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.